Here's my audience. Okay. In a world where technology is ever advancing, are video games really advancing the minds of our future generation? As research suggests, youth should not play video games because they create isolation and disrupt brain functioning. I believe concerned parents who worry about how video games may impact their child as they grow up should be aware of how video games can negatively hinder their child's development. Growing up with older brothers in elementary school, I'd play video games with them to pass time. What once was a fun activity later turned into routine. Any free time I had, I would spend playing the same video game. It also seemed to be an addiction. I'd get angry if I didn't win, and I'd be stuck in my room until I won. Today, I'm going to tell you about how video games are harmful for children since they create isolation and disrupt brain functioning. Video games were initially designed to be a fun activity you'd play with your family in the living room. Although today, kids are able to play from the comfort of their own room on a thing called solo player mode. According to the American Academy of Child and Adolescent Psychiatry, spending excessive time playing these games can lead to less time socializing with family, poor social skills, and taking away time from other hobbies. As stated by Singer, video games serve up so much pleasure that without limits set on these games, kids are at risk of getting hooked on a dopamine rush that few other activities can provide. Video games not only keep children in a state of isolation, but disrupt their brain functioning as well. According to Hemp, during video games, the body increases the production of cortisol to counteract the amount of stress the body's under. This lowers serotonin, making it harder to fall asleep. As stated by Singer, kids who play video games for hours on end can overexcite the frontal cortex, making it difficult to function when given a task that demands singular focus, such as paying attention in class. In this image, taken from Easy Med, you can see where the frontal part of the frontal cortex of the brain lies. And right here, it lists some of its important functions in our brain. And the most important functions for a children who's growing up would be impulse control, social behavior, and learning. So these are all aspects that is hindered while you're playing video games. While video games may seem like a fun activity to keep your kids entertained, it's important to be aware of the consequences they can have on your children. Research suggests that youth should not play video games because video games create isolation and disrupt brain functioning. Today, I told you about how video games are harmful for children since they create isolation and disrupt brain functioning. While you're out shopping for your child's next birthday or Christmas present, I urge you to steer away from the video games and remember that there are plenty of toys that will actually benefit your children.